Hey, what's up? Welcome to Degen Ed. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts, like the chart behind me, which is of Plug Power, ticker symbol PLUG. And so one of the reasons, or actually the main reason why I want to be going over this is because a subscriber requested it. So happy to do that. If you have any requests, let me know in the comments below. Another reason is because earnings just happened, and there was about a 40% drop in price following earnings, which resulted in this gap being formed between about $4.18 and $5.88. And we can see that over the past couple days, it has been trading lower than that, with a 52-week low of $3.22, with Monday, November 13th, trading slightly lower than that, but being green, or trading in the upward direction, I should say. And and then, so what are my thoughts on this? Is this gap going to be filled right away? It's possible, it could be, but I would think that if it was filled abruptly, it would probably come back down. It would be short-lived. And so my thoughts are that it makes sense that this could come down to a level of 3, round number, and, that could serve as support. However, I do think that it could go lower than that. Typically, whenever I expect a stock to go to a certain level, it usually ends up going slightly lower before turning around. And so I have two levels that are drawn here. Let's see if I can expand this a little bit. $3 and $2. Oh, you can't see it right there behind me. $3 and $2.84. And so I'm just going to take a step back, look at the weekly time frame, so we can see where those points come from, where those levels come from. And so just scaling back in time, I believe the $3 touch point originates from 2015. But yeah, I'm going to zoom out. That'll make this a little bit easier. It goes back far in time. Oh, crap. I screwed up this line. It's supposed to be connected to this point here, which actually, the high on that day was $2.98. That was November 6th, 2015. So, the point's off a little bit, but, that's where the line is, just, $3 round number. And so, let's see. And so I should say that's the first week, it seems like, of November 2015. And then so you can see there's some, what looks like just touch points. There was an open above that on October 13th, 2017, but then closed below. And then, prior to this big squeeze, there wasn't really a lot of action around that level. And so that's why I wanted to consider $2.84, because you can see a couple wicks, and these again are weekly candles, a couple wicks that pierced $2.84, but then closed below. You can see a few candles over here in October 2017 that pierced that level, but, I'd rather have shares at $2.84 than $3. So, it's good to consider that. Perhaps this high that is on the second week of April 2017 had a high of $2.70. So maybe that's a level that could serve as support. But really, if it breaks down to that, there's not much. There aren't many candles around there, so I would think it could go even lower to $2.40, something like that. But with these peaks here and then going back in time, support that served this level served as a resistance between about March and in November, so much of 2015, and then you also have, going back to where this point originates from, this is what looks like the first week of 2014. So this is on, I guess, a Friday, January 3rd. The high of that week was $2.84. And then following that break above, there's a retest of that followed by a bounce. And so that to me seems like a more compelling level than $3. While $3 psychologically makes sense, I do think that it could go lower before, some more substantial support is found before then maybe coming back to refill this gap that was recently formed. So those are my thoughts. Quite possibly it could go much lower than $2.84 or $2.40, as I had mentioned. Could go much lower, could go to zero, who knows. But, I do think that those levels, $2.84 specifically, I think that will be an important level to pay attention to. And if there is a violent move to fill this gap in the near term, I don't think it will be long-lived. I think it will be short-lived before coming back down to retest and develop some support around $3 to $2.84. And if you found this helpful, let me know in the comments below, like the video, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching, and happy trading.